What's the deal, baby? You already know what it is. Welcome to Somethin Light NBA podcast. It's your boy Roger.
I'm Big Kev.
Big Kev. Hey, last day of the season, cuz. You know that we getting closer to the point where ain't no sports for us to watch. We don't watch baseball, so we got a little couple months until football come in. But last day of the regular season before the playoffs and play in. And before we even get into the playoffs and playing, we might as well talk about our teams who've been they in Cancun right now, pretty much. De'Aaron, Sabonis, AD, Bron, Westbrook, So we might as well get into that. I say we start with your Kings. I think it's less issues than, even though y'all ain't been to the playoffs in 16 seasons, but it's less issues over there than we got in the Lakers. So yeah, what's going on? Sack, talking to me. I seen DiVincenzo. I seen what he said. They ain't let the boy play. Talking about they trying to mess up his bag in free agency. Y'all some haters, man. Y'all be hating.
I woke up and seen the same shit. I'm just like, I was a little confused because the games I was seeing, because I watched the Kings games and shit. He was playing. He was saying as far as starting, like I don't know if he thought he was coming in and it's gonna be an instant starter. I guess
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I'll say the same thing, honestly. You feel me? I think he's better than Justin Holiday. You feel me overall? Justin Holiday's a solid player too, though. So it could be a system thing. Maybe they just want to let him. We ain't got nothing to play for anyway. You might as well let him sit down, and you don't want to get him hurt. You feel me? You don't want to risk it, especially if you got plans on keeping them and signing them for the future. But I do understand his frustration in terms of like he could have been told he was coming in and being a starter because they made it seem like we wanted him all so bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Playing the minutes, I guess I could understand the frustration too. But yeah, it's kind of messed up to mess up his money because he probably could have got a big bag somewhere or whatever. But Kings are kind of being selfish. It's kind of selfish on their part. But I understand it. But going into next season, man, I know I say this every year. Next season, we're gonna get it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it with Sabonis and
Can you let the people know? Can you let the people know how many seasons it's been since y'all been there?
This has made 16 seasons, no playoffs. Playoff drought continues.
See, I'm a Cowboy fan, and people talk about how I'm a Cowboy fan and never seen the Super Bowl. I can't imagine never seeing a playoff. 16, boy, over half your life they ain't been in the playoffs.
Hey, it's all good. Hey, next year, baby, we there. We there, baby. As long as we make the playoffs, I'm good. But like I said, we a good piece or two away. I like the Sabonis and Fox duo, and everybody was hating on the Sabonis for Tyrese Halliburton trade. But to me, I like the trade. I think we won the trade.
Halliburton's been hooping. I'm just saying,
Halliburton's been hooping. He's been hooping. 17 and 10. I give him that. He's been hooping. That's nice. You feel me? But Sabonis is also hooping. You feel me?
Nice piece. That's a nice piece. Don't get it wrong. Definitely a nice piece.
Yeah, so I like it. So a couple pieces away. We gotta move Harrison Barnes. Pretty much everybody else can go. If your name ain't Davion Mitchell, Fox, and Sabonis, everybody else can pretty much head out. Honestly.
Who's your coach?
Alvin Gentry.
Oh, my boy Gentry over there. Okay.
He's solid, but of course, you already know who I want. I want Mark Jackson. You feel me? Come and change the culture one time, but for whatever reason, he's not coaching right now for whatever reason. But yeah, that's my pick. I don't know who they're gonna bring. Hopefully, it's somebody with some experience, somebody respectable, actual good coach, and we'll just see what happens next year, man. We'll be in the lottery again, so we'll see what happens. Shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it would be tough to watch my team every year and not make the playoffs after I'm in the playoffs, And it's like, even with y'all being in the draft, y'all draft skills is terrible. Yeah, it's rare where y'all draft. Halliburton was a good draft pick if you traded him. De'Aaron, good draft pick. After that, you got to go back a couple years to damn near until you get to Cousins and Tyreek. I don't like y'all when it comes to drafting. I'm not.
Turn into a solid.
Yeah, Yeah, but he for me second round, last pick type of like I mean like y'all top picks when y'all like first round lottery picks, they don't be hitters. Like
Yeah.
you feel me? I don't know who you doing y'all scouting or what, but it don't be working for y'all. I hope, like I said, I hope y'all make it next year so you can just at least say because it's gonna be tough watching the playoffs. The only reason I'm watching this for the show. The only reason I'm watching the playoffs, I won't even really watch this shit until it got to the finals, honestly, because the Lakers ain't in it no more. So I don't know how you've been watching 16 years of playoffs, championships.
Oh yeah,
You
come
ain't
on,
got to.
NBA fan, baby. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, no, you
my team in there and now.
definitely,
Watch it all, man. Watch it all.
yeah, definitely.
That's gonna be tough for you this season. Though. I want to hear about your squad. Those gonna be a little tough for y'all. It's a little rough for y'all this season, but
All right, check this out. We're gonna start here before people start saying like, of course, you got some people that said, I told you we wasn't gonna make it, and I said the Lakers will make the championship and win one with AD, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook. In the beginning of the season, if you would have told me that they was gonna play 20 games together, I would have told you they they probably would have got ninth, eighth seed. I still would have probably had to go in the playoffs, even with that. But Westbrook had his bad goings in the beginning of the season with the turnovers and shooting. Um, AD being hurt, Brown being hurt, Kendrick Nunn never touched the court. That was another piece when we got Kendrick Nunn. I'm like, oh, that's a great six man off the bench. But Westbrook, we on. If you miss another 15, 20 points. But as you see, he never even seen the light of day. Mellow injuries here and there. Ariza came in hurt. Yeah, a lot of injuries. But I feel like the top three issues for the Lakers was injuries, coaching. And if you want to give it to a player, I guess you could give it to Westbrook. Even though I feel like he played better second half of the season once All-Star break came. For me, went from shooting 43 to shooting 46. One less turnover than he was getting with 3 turnovers from 4. Like I said, don't get me wrong, he played terrible. Not terrible, but he had some bad showings in that first half. But also the way we used them wasn't right either. If you sat down and watched the Laker games, there's a lot of games where he was sitting in the corner. Like that's not his game at all. And there's reports that came out that said Frank Vogel during training camp said like Malik Monk, Austin Reeves, Anthony Davis, LeBron, we got all these players like that. THT can grab the ball and take it up the court. And Westbrook's response to that was, I'm the point guard. I grab the rebound, they go down the court. Like I take the ball up. It's hard for me to believe that's true because at that time we didn't know who the fuck Austin Reeves was.
yeah,
THT was hurt coming into the season. I don't understand when you thought a dude that was getting the minimum salary was going to be taking the ball up the court like he was. Now LeBron, AD, I could understand them two names, so it's kind of hard for me to believe that story is fully true. And like I said, if you asking me, I don't trade Westbrook. You didn't get the ability to even see the big three really work. Even if you say, oh, they played 20 games, it wasn't consecutive. It wasn't like they was playing them all straight 20 in a row. It was 4-5 here, 3-2 here, then another 4, another 2. Like it was never where they can get a rhythm to even see. I don't think there was a month they played fully together. You feel me? So you never really got to see it. I think honestly, you get rid of Frank. He's supposed to be a defensive coach. We have one of the worst defenses in the league. I think like number 29 or 30. Like we're dead there on the bottom. It didn't seem like him and none of the players was really connecting. It's reports the players was texting on the bench. I don't think they have respect for Vogel. So oh, one more thing about my boy Westbrook. Do you know he led in everything but scoring for the Lakers?
it's funny.
Everything but scoring. That wasn't going to get talked about, of course. Everything but score. And let's be honest, he was the healthiest dude. He didn't start missing games until they got eliminated. He missed one game, and that was after the the reports of him. It was something I forgot what game it was, but they talked about him like a dog. So he didn't play the next game. He still lost. But we had a lot of losses that didn't make sense. Like I said, OKC losses, New Orleans up by 24. We gave up the most 20-point games, comebacks in the whole league. And like I said, at a point, that's not even players, it's coaching too. Like you got to figure something out. Like some way you're not motivating these players to play, and that's not gonna work. It talks about Westbrook getting traded to Charlotte for I don't know what for. If it's not Bridges or LaMelo, it's really nothing on that team I would want. It talks about Wall for Westbrook, and some people are like, yeah, take that trade. And I don't think if people are really looking at it fully through, you got Bron and AD, who most likely ain't gonna play more than 60 games next year. Let's just be honest. That's how it's been. You don't want to add a John Wall, who's damn near last 2-3 years that he's played, he's been hurt. Like that don't benefit you at all if all three dudes is on the sideline in regular clothes. That's just me. I just seen a stat that said that Dirk, which retired in 2019, since 2017 has played more games than John Wall. Like that's if you sit there and think about it, that's kind of crazy. So, I don't know if you heard any trades, but that's what I've been hearing so far is John Wall, Charlotte Hornets. You feel me? It's kind of hard to get rid of his trade because of the fact that he makes $47 million, so you got to be able to match that. So that's why I say run it back next year. Keep AD, keep Bron, keep Westbrook, keep Monk, keep Austin Reeves. I'll say Stanley Johnson, Kendrick Nunn. Since he owes the season, keep them, and then everybody else is can go, and then just get a coach. Like you said, Mark Jackson. I think everybody would love to have him as a coach. It's talks of, which is kind of, I heard about, all right, it was talks about Rondo coaching the Lakers like a couple of days ago, and I was like, nah, that's wild. I don't see that happening. Now it's talks of Juwan Howard leaving Michigan, coaching the Lakers and putting Rondo on the staff, which is kind of crazy. Don't know the game. That's for damn sure. Yeah. So that kind of excited me, but I don't know how Juwan Howard, college and NBA, some coaches can't do it. Some people's built for the college, some people's built for NBA coaches, some can do both. So my personal opinion, I would try to go get Phil. He ain't coaching almost 10 years. I'll try to go get Phil and see if you can get Phil to come back. He was at a couple Laker games this year, so maybe. But because another fun fact, this is Westbrook's first time not being in the playoffs, right? That's just another thing for the haters. What you think though? How you feel about? You think I've been hearing most disappointing season ever, and I don't believe so because of the injuries and all that. But
that worst because of the injuries, I can't give it that title of the worst super team ever. I mean, yeah, the season was a failure. You feel me? Don't get me wrong, but I mean, it was because of the injuries. You feel me? Injuries happen. It's part of the game. You feel me? Had they played like 60 games together and was just taking L after L, it'll be a little different. You gotta give them some type of like minimum games played before you can give them that title. You feel me? Worst super team ever. But yeah, it definitely was a disappointing season being that.
And I know what we're gonna get in the comments. I know what people gonna hit us up and say. The Clippers didn't have Kawhi, Paul George. Yes, but they also had Tyronn Lue. And they pretty much had the same team they had the year before. It wasn't like a big change in the roster. So Lakers had a new team. I don't think Frank Vogel really was that great of a coach. He should have left the year we won it in the bubble, but the only reason he didn't is because we won the championship. But before people start saying, I know that's what you're going to get. It's like Clippers is in a play-in at least, and Paul George missed a big part. Kawhi never touched the court. So I can understand that, but I feel like you got to get the respect to Tyronn Lue. and them having a roster that already had chemistry, to be honest. So, you know, yeah, but I ain't gonna say I'm gonna let when we do predictions for next year, I'm gonna make sure I say Lakers win the chip if fully healthy, because that was that was for me. It's disappointing as a fan not to see it because of the people we had, but the way the season went, I can't be super disappointed to the fact where it's like, oh yeah, this is the worst thing I ever seen. So I've been seeing worst trade ever in NBA history. That's crazy. Um, LeBron should have shut his mouth and just got DeMar DeRozan and Buddy Hield, which I don't see the like I told you, I don't see the hype of Buddy Hield. You a Kings fan. We've talked about Buddy multiple times. He's not consistent. And I feel like we'll have him, and then by the All-Star break, fans gonna be over him. Before that, maybe. First game, he shoot 3 for 8 from the 3 for 12 from the 3-point line. Motherfuckers gonna be mad. So we'll see what happens off season, see what goes. We already know Frank Vogel out of there for sure. So get a new coach, get it popping, go from there. We on the sideline this year, cuz we're the sideline. You're used to it. I'm like,
you got wings, chips, we got dip, all that. So yeah.
Okay. Well, before we get into the playoffs and the play-in, want to let's talk about these awards and what you got. You got for
we starting
Norm. Let's start with one I don't think is big controversy. Sixth Man of the Year.
Oh yeah, that one. I mean, I got Tyler Hero averaging on the bench. I mean, he getting the James Harden treatment. He's 6 man, but he playing 32 minutes a game. He playing starters minutes, but you gotta give.
He had a couple. He had a couple 20-some points before the half.
Yeah,
a couple of them. So
go off games. He was making the statement that he could do the same shit Devin Booker and Jason Tatum and these guys can do. I mean. That's what he's saying. He like he's been showing it. His game's kind of improved.
Yeah. That's what I said. I think this is an award that's easy to give to Euro because he's had some of the greatest 6-man games this season, off the bench games this season for sure. So yeah, that's not even. I think that one we for sure gonna be right on. Let's go. Most improved.
You want to start off, or you want me to start on that one?
I'll start off. I got feel like he ain't getting enough love. To be honest, I don't know. It's because his team is the way they are and they rocking how they rocking. But I got Desmond Bane.
Desmond Bane.
Yeah, went from 9 points to 18. 2 assists to 3 assists. Rebounds went up 1, but his field goal percentage pretty much stayed the same. 3-point percentage went up to like 40, I think 45%. And then his free throw percentage went up like 7% too. I just think that team is so many people, it get underlooked, but from 9 to 18, that's a big. I think he got the biggest gap out of all the people that's been up for most improved. Jordan Poole's, the Maxies. So out of all them guys, 9-point difference is kind of crazy. He only in the second year too, so you're only gonna get better and better. But yeah, I got Desmond Bane.
Okay. My most improved. I'm gonna go with his teammate. I'm gonna go with Ja. I'm gonna throw Ja in there. I'm gonna give Ja most improved.
Hey, when you first said it to me, I'm like, are you sure you talking about improving that MVP? And then I went to go look at the stats, and I'm like, hey, low key.
You can make the
low key. Even though he was hooping last year, I feel like you still can make the argument for him to be most improved.
Yeah, last year he averaged 19, 4, and 7 on 44% shooting from the field, and then this year he bumped that up to 27, 6, and 7, shooting 40% from the field. So he's shooting better.
Yep.
Here, numbers and jumped up. You could have put him in the MVP conversation at a point in time. He was definitely in there. You feel me? Not to say that. Well, he kind of did fall off a little bit. Like
he didn't fall off. He got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt.
That's what affected him. I feel like we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it because I gotta talk about them a little bit later. But I feel like that kind of fell him off his injuries.
Yeah,
the injuries and how the team was.
You can slide him down since he fell out the race. You can slide him down to most improved. Give him at least.
You said most improved. Okay, so we both go on Memphis though.
Yeah,
both go on Memphis.
Memphis. Yeah.
No, don't get me wrong. No, I want to be surprised if Jordan Poole. My thing is with Jordan Poole. Yeah, I would say Jordan Poole, or you can do Maxey. Like I said, it's a couple guys that really Garland.
Oh, Darius Garland.
Another one. I feel like those probably them five is probably the top five. I say the most improved. Coach of the year. Who you got?
Gotta go Monty. They got like Monty Williams, Phoenix. They got 63 wins on the season right now, franchise record. I mean, gotta go Monty. Phoenix.
How you go? You want Monty?
Gonna go Monty
over Taylor Jenkins.
I mean,
over Taylor Jenkins. It was 8th seed last year, 2nd seed this year. Without Ja, 20-4. Without their star, 20-4. I just seen the stat not the other day. I mean, just yesterday. They damn near first in a lot of shit. Like as a team in general, the squad is. I feel like Suns. They didn't really do nothing different than they did last year. So that's the only reason I say it. It's not like it's a crazy difference. You feel me? There's nothing really ridiculous about what the Suns did this year than they did last year.
They got
Chris Paul get hurt.
Franchise records had an underrated.
Yeah, they got the franchise, but they record. They didn't lose that many. I mean, they didn't win that many games that they lost from last year. You feel me? Like, and I don't think losing Chris Paul for the time they lost was a big difference because he get hurt every year.
Yeah, he do.
I'm just saying, how many games you really would have expected Memphis to win, and it was beating legit teams without John Morant. That's all my thing. But okay, so you got Monty. You said what?
I said Phoenix got some wins without you feel me, without CP out there.
CP not their best player.
One of them.
He not their best. We talking about the best. Devin Booker's their best player. That's not an argument. That's not an argument. That's why you think they fighting for Devin Booker to win MVP? They ain't fighting for CP. He their best player on that team is Devin Booker by far. It's not a question, bro. It's not even a question. No, it's not. It's not at all. Devin Booker is their best player on that team. Okay. That come on now. We talk, John Morant, leading scorer, leading in I think he lead them in assists. I think it's a big difference. It's a big difference, but all right, Monty Williams for Taylor Jenkins. We'll see. Both good names. What about so we did Coach of the Year, Most Improved, and Defensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, cuz who you got?
I was kind of torn on who to choose with Defensive Player of the Year. It was either Rudy or Smart. I'm gonna go Smart. I'm gonna go Marcus Smart this year. He been locking shit up. He been locking. I see them strap Porzingis up. I see video of him strapping Porzingis up, giving Porzingis problems. So I'm gonna go Marcus Smart this year, man.
I've been talking to you for a week now. I said, hey, cuz, what you got for this rank for you? I got Giannis. I got Gobert. I got Giannis. I got Gobert. I asked you yesterday, who you got for this? Giannis, Gobert. Then you come on here, now you talking about some Marcus Smart.
Yeah, I have to do my research.
Yeah, I'm happy you did your research because I was about to, dog walk you because I got Smart too. Because that boy is different. I don't think he'll win, to be honest. We ain't seen a defensive player win. I mean, a guard win Defensive Player of the Year since Gary Payton. That was 25 years ago, I think. So it's kind of that's kind of gonna be surprising. But I feel like he can win it for the fact that Gobert got multiple, Giannis got one. It's kind of you know, share it out. Boy, like you said, he'll stick big man, little man, no matter who it is on the court. Marcus Smart going,
Oh God.
so put the straps. Plus, Boston got the best defense since the All Star break. The second half of the season, they turned up, and Marcus Smart and Williams, I can't lie, in the interior is two of the reasons why. But once Williams got hurt, Smart still strapped down. So yeah, I got Smart too. I got Smart. Now, if you flipped on me on this MVP, this might be the last episode. What you got for MVP, man?
Come on, man. I got the Joker. I got the Joker for my MVP, man. Running it back to back.
Okay.
Got the Joker, baby. Averaging 27, 14, and 8 on the season. The first player in NBA history to record 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 500 assists. Feel me? First player ever put up.
Yeah.
Joker, baby.
Well, we're gonna stay at the big, but I got Joel. You see the game last night?
I seen who was that again?
Oh my God. Indiana. I didn't ask you who was against. I just said, did you see the game last night? Did you miss 3 shots? 40 bean? First off, he got the most 40 and 10 games in the season that we've seen. First 30, I mean, most 30, first person to average 30 points at the big man position since over 30 since Moses. Most 30-point games. Talk about stats, 30, 11, and 4. Gonna lead the league in scoring. Has to me, when it came to the help, they both had the same amount. To be honest, Harden has not been the best player since he came to Philly. You feel me? That if you don't, I don't know if you agree with that or not, but Harden ain't really been who we thought he was gonna be in Philly. The first couple games, yeah, and then after that, shooting percentage started being hella low. I think like the last 5 or 6 games, he averaging like 14 points. So I feel like you got to give it to Joel. It's probably gonna end up third in the East for the fact that no, my bad. They end up second in the East for the fact that Milwaukee pretty much sitting out all 8 guys tonight, so they might lose. So that means Philly will get, a second place. You got to give it to me. You got to give it to him. You got to. Yeah. So we'll see though. I think either one you can give it to. Either one of them deserve it. So, or Giannis. To be honest, we're gonna go to a big. I think those are my 3: Jokic, Giannis, Joel, and then dark horse would be Tatum. It would have been Ja, but for the fact that his team plays so good without him, it's kind of hard. But I'll say Tatum. I'll say Tatum if it's the dark horse. Yeah. And I know a lot of people spoke for Booker, but it's just something I don't know. Yeah, it's just something I just can't give it to him. Yeah, bucket, But I feel like that Suns team, they built like their chemistry is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I still think they win a lot of games. If Devin was hurt, as long as Chris Paul, they win. They still win some games. I think they lose a little bit more than they do with Chris Paul being out. But that team they solid. They're gonna be problems for a while. Might as well get into it now though. Play in. I think it'll be next week. You got Clippers in Minnesota. You got San Antonio and New Orleans on the west, and on the east you got Cleveland. Is it Cleveland and it's Cleveland and Brooklyn, and then it's Cleveland and Brooklyn, and then it's what's the other team? Charlotte and Atlanta. My bad. Charlotte and Atlanta. But you want to start with West, East?
We start the West.
Okay. So what you think about the Clippers? Minnesota.
Real quick, before we hop on them, real quick, I'm just saying, just crazy scenario. If Kawhi was to come back,
He's
back into and play for the Clips, you think that they make noise? You think they go farther?
Nah.
You don't think they make it out first round?
Nah, because you going off of the name, you gotta think he still gotta get in shape. Like playing practice or playing solo is not the same thing as playing an NBA game. So you gotta expect him to just come in on fire, and I don't know if he's going. It's probably gonna take a couple games. If you would have told me this about like 2 weeks ago, where you got like when PG came back, get a rhythm back, by the time they get to play in playoffs, like solid, then maybe. But nah, I don't think so right now. As of right now.
Okay. But yeah, that Clippers and T-Wolves, I like the matchup. You feel me? I like the matchup. Having Paul George, without Paul George, I probably would have went Timberwolves, but with Paul George playing, I still feel like they have a chance, honestly, because
well, through the season, they played 4 times. Minnesota's 3-1. Clippers is 3-1. Only loss came when PG didn't play. So, want to take it there.
I got Clippers. I got Clippers in that game. No, I got Clips. I like PG. At the end of the day, I like Pat Bev, but I feel like when PG he get locked in, I don't think there's anybody in that squad that can stop him. Honestly, I think he'll be the best player on the floor. So yeah, I got Clippers.
I got Minnesota. I just feel like they're gonna be able to. They'll be home, that's for sure. So I give a little bit more of an advantage. Cat hasn't. He struggled these 4 games against the Clippers, but Anthony Edwards has showed up, and lately he's been showing out. They've been another team after the All-Star break that's been turning up. So I feel like Minnesota, they can go in there, get that win away. You feel me? And then we'll just see who the Clippers play between San Antonio and New Orleans, because whoever does lose between the 7th and the 8th seed does get another chance to make it to the 8th seed. So San Antonio, New Orleans.
San Antonio, New Orleans.
San Antonio won the season series, I believe 3-1. And that was even after CJ got there. They still was able to beat him.
I'm gonna go. I'm about to go with Pop. I'm about to roll with Pop on this one. The roll Popovich and the Spurs, and I'm gonna go with San Antonio.
No, let me give you a scenario now, because it's been talks. Zion come back. I still feel like he's gonna have to get into some type of rhythm type of shit. But I feel like it's kind of different for him than it's for Kawhi, because he don't really got to use a jump shot and everything. He get the ball and it's just all strength dunk. You feel me? Not saying he can't.
You could argue Kawhi is the best conditioned defensive player in the league, though. At the same time,
well, no, I don't think his defense is not gonna be bad, but he still got to come back with some type of offense.
Yeah.
Still got to get back a rhythm. You got to think where Zion is mostly inside the paint. He not saying he can't shoot or nothing, but his shit inside the paint. Where Kawhi, you feel me? It's mid range. You can get in the, he come in with a rhythm. It's a wrap. But say Zion come back, you still think San Antonio beat New Orleans?
Nah, Zion come back, and that was a whole different. Yeah, that was a whole curveball in there, because Zion is like, you can't really even. There's no way you can really prepare for him. Honestly, like, he's that type of player. You can't really prepare for him. Like, he got the space, and it's a one-on-one. It's over. Like, one-on-one, he can't be stopped. Honestly, like, you're gonna have to set the doubles and all that. Like, it's gonna be a whole different game. But I just want to see how the big 3 is gonna work out with Bi and CJ. Though I want to see how that's gonna work out with all 3 of them. It's gonna be crazy to see.
You got that boy CJ running points. So.
Yeah.
It's kind of looking. I'm gonna take ooh, CJ been hooping. I don't. That's kind of tough. San Antonio is 7-3 in their last 10. Give me San Antonio. I'm gonna go with Pop too.
You going
It's
with
kind of
Pop?
hard to go against Pop. Yeah, I'll take San Antonio. Take San Antonio. Zion play, then I'll take the Orioles. But for right now, I got San Antonio. Definitely, I'll take San Antonio. And then I mean you'll have San Antonio versus the Clips.
San Antonio versus the Clips.
I'm taking the Clippers. It's just at
Yeah.
that point, I'm talking about what team better.
Yeah.
I just think
Best player on the floor,
Paul George.
George at all times. So yeah.
Yeah, so I would think I'll take the Clips. So Clips take
Yo,
AC.
Kawhi come
No,
back and beat
hold on, no. We saying no. I'm sorry. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Who'd you say you had versus Clips in Minnesota?
I had Clips.
Okay, my bad. You got Minnesota versus San Antonio. Who you got?
It's hard. Damn, that's a tough one because you got the experience with Pop. You feel me? Minnesota only been one time in the past couple seasons. You feel me? So I'll probably still roll with Pop. If this versus Minnesota, I'll probably still roll with
So you
Pop.
got San Antonio. You got San Antonio 8 seed. You got Clippers is just 7 seed.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, I sit there. I just sat there and told you a lie. I definitely didn't take New Orleans on my. I mean, San Antonio on my pick. I got New Orleans beating San Antonio. I'm gonna have to just keep it like that for my first instinct. I got New Orleans beating San Antonio, so I got New Orleans. Uh, and then I got New Orleans beating the Clippers because I got Minnesota beating the Clippers first round. Yeah. So I got New Orleans at 8 seed, San Antonio at the 7th. So that means you'll get everything's pretty much should stay how it is. I don't think a lot of stuff because actually I got Dallas. Dallas is 3rd seed. So yeah, all right. So I got Phoenix versus New Orleans, Memphis versus Minnesota, Dallas versus Denver, and Golden State versus Utah. Yeah, Golden State versus Utah. First round, which I think the most interesting series out of that is probably going to be Dallas. Well, it's all between if Steph come back. If Steph don't come back, that Utah and Golden State series could be nice. Utah's looked terrible lately, 3-7 in the last 10. So I don't know, but yeah. So yeah, I think that'll be the most interesting series. Probably be that Denver and Mavs. On your hand, who you got?
Got
First seed Phoenix.
Yeah. So you said Clippers and Phoenix?
It'll be Clippers. You got Clippers at the 8 seed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Clippers and Phoenix.
Clippers. Oh yeah, I gotta go Phoenix. I'm going Phoenix. I low key got Phoenix going. Phoenix is pretty much my choice, honestly, going to the finals this year. It's pretty much my choice. I got Phoenix going all the way.
Yeah, I got Memphis going all the way since we talking about that. So yeah, that's why I wear the Grizzly jersey. I got John them all the way. So you'll have Memphis versus San Antonio.
Yep.
No, you'll have my bad. You'll have Phoenix versus San Antonio and Memphis versus the Clips.
Memphis versus Clips.
Yeah, and then you'll have most likely Dallas versus Denver, and then Golden State versus Utah. That would be the first round matchups. Like I said, to me, the most interesting, unpredictable one that would be Denver and Dallas. To be honest,
Okay,
Get
yeah.
rid of the series.
Once it gets locked in, and official, we're gonna have to put some type of wager.
Yeah, we'll do the
type of wager going.
We'll do our predictions then once it's fully locked in.
Yeah.
And then on the East, you got on the play-in, you got like I said, you got KD and the Nets versus Darius Garland and Cleveland, and then you got Atlanta versus Charlotte.
Yeah, I like the Atlanta versus Charlotte, the Trae Young, LaMelo Ball. That's gonna be a cool little game to watch. But I think Trae Young just different. I think he's gonna be.
I'm taking Atlanta.
He's gonna be the best player on the floor at the time.
They got the experience.
Yeah, exactly. Making it to the East.
I'm taking Atlanta.
I feel
like both of the first round play-in games is pretty simple. I got Atlanta and I got Brooklyn. Kyrie and KD on both on the court. I don't see them losing.
Exactly.
Plus, Cleveland has been looking terrible lately. So since the injuries they got, so we both agree on that. So who you got in the Atlanta and Cleveland? You got Atlanta too?
Yeah, I got Atlanta beating Cleveland. Trae Young, best player on the floor at all times. I think him and Garland gonna go at it, but Trae Young gonna outdo him. Feel me?
Yeah. So if everything stay what it look like right now, which I don't, like I said earlier, I think Philly wins today, Milwaukee loses, so I got Philly in the second seed. But Miami versus Atlanta, which we'll talk about that later. Philly versus Brooklyn. Oh my God,
that's gonna be the most
Milwaukee versus Chicago, and then Boston versus Toronto. I feel like the East first round is kind of lit.
Yeah,
because I understand Miami. For me, it's Miami. I'm not gonna count Atlanta out fully, but Miami should win the series 5 games, maybe 6 if Trae Young go off. But the rest of the series have a chance to be 7 games. I know Chicago ain't beat a top team all season, but they click in the playoffs. 7 games. That Milwaukee series probably can go 6-7. I feel like Brooklyn and Philly. As a fan, you want that to go 7 just because of the trades and everything, but that can be kind of crazy series. And then Boston and Toronto. Toronto ain't no joke for Boston. You feel me? Boston now either. So that I feel like that would be first round on the East would kind of be dope. What you think?
Yeah, first that East, it's definitely more entertaining if that goes, especially if the Brooklyn and Philly, if that happens, like just the storylines with Ben Simmons and him potentially coming back and just all the storylines behind that would be crazy.
He's not coming back, cuz he's not coming back.
No, he's coming back. He's
not, bro.
All right,
bro. He's not gonna play. He's not gonna play this season.
You gonna see, bro. He's getting ready for playoffs.
Okay.
Reports is getting ready for playoffs. I mean, he's getting ready.
Reports is saying that his back is
morning. He kept I don't know if you see the practice clip. He coming off the screen, pull up 3. Come on, man. He's still.
I've seen a lot of clips. I've seen a lot of clips of him shooting threes. What does that mean?
That's what I'm saying. 100% in practice. He ain't missing nothing. 100%. But nah, his reports that he's trying to come back for playoff stuff. So we'll see what happens. We'll see.
What about Milwaukee and Chicago?
I like Milwaukee and Chicago. I like it. I like the DeRozan Giannis matchup. The Giannis, DeRozan gonna give Giannis, feel me, a couple buckets, but I'm gonna probably take Milwaukee. I say that goes like 5. If Milwaukee really only shit, I give it a 5.
What about Boston, Toronto?
I'm gonna have to go. I'm going Boston on that one. I think Tatum shows up. Him and Jaylen Brown, they've been clicking. They didn't have plenty of games of having 20, 25 plus, both of them each. You feel me? Same game.
How many games?
This season, I want to say it was 7.
No, I'm saying how many games you think this series go?
They series go. That goes in. I would say 6. Probably say 6. Boston is 6.
Okay. Well, we're gonna see. Like I said, next week, probably get an episode out before playoffs officially start, give our predictions and all that. But it's been
As a matter of fact, you know what? Don't want you hitting my phone, cause my fam and my bros, the only people I know. These little things that I own reminds me that I'm blessed. I send a prayer to God and then I handle the rest. I go against all the odds because I know I'm the best. These niggas ask why I'm high, I simply tell them I'm stressed. Niggas ask why I'm high, I get high to slow my